You're to complete the sentence. Impact means
outreach.
Yes.
bringing the tech we make in the lab to the world.
Hey, perfect. Amazing. Welcome everyone. This is the Science Show with Dr. Dada, or a segment of the Science Show with Dr. Dada. I am Dr. Adetunmise Dada. I'm the presenter and host of the Science Show, and that show has, of course, received support from the IAA, and also my research has received support from the IAA as well. So that's been great. But today we have with us Dr. Robert Graham, who is going to be our guest on this segment of the show. It's really nice to have you with us, Robert.
Yes, thank you very much for having me, and thanks for everyone who helped set up such a great day here. So I'm Dr. Robert Graham. As I said, I'm a research associate at the University of Glasgow, but then I'm also the CEO of Kelvin Quantum, which is a recent spin-out from the University of Glasgow. And similarly with the IAA, everything that we've done and spun out really started off with an IAA grant. So it's great to see how everyone feeds back.
That's great. We're going to hear a little bit more about that through the course of the interview. So let's just dive right in then. You're the CEO, as you said, of Kelvin Quantum. So what is Kelvin Quantum? What is it about?
So Kelvin Quantum, in a nutshell, makes electronics that help other great quantum applications get themselves to market. So this is something that we started off moving towards quantum computing and really helping get quantum computers out there so that all these different markets such as healthcare, cryptography, etc. can make use of them. And what's special about our electronics is that compared to the microchips in your phone that stop working when they get cold, ours continue working inside of these really extreme low temperature cryogenic environments that the quantum computers themselves work in.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much for breaking that down for us so nicely. So you came to Glasgow for a PhD at what time, and how did this lead into your postdoctoral work and your starting up this company?
So I came just in time for COVID. So I think it was September 2019. I arrived into Glasgow. In terms of kind of entrepreneurship, I was lucky that I did my PhD through a CDT that was between Belfast and Glasgow, and they had quite stringent necessities that everyone do a large entrepreneurship module each semester for the first 2 years. So that really gave me an insight of how you can take research and go outside of academia with it. Then that was in kind of cryogenic sensors. Once I finished my PhD, they moved into the quantum computing group where we developed this technology and have since spun it out.
That's fantastic. Superconducting circuits to quantum computing. Wow, amazing. So you said earlier that the IAA funding helped with this. So what would you say the IAA funding unlocked that traditional funding wouldn't have, probably? Or what did it do for you?
So it did two very important things for us. It firstly allowed us to build the prototype full system that we then use to get other commercialization opportunities. And the second very important thing it did is it brought on the engineer that is now our CTO and my good friend. So without the IAA, we may never have met.
I see.
So I was really fortunate.
Can we shout out to him? Who can you mention the name?
I can. His name is 𝗵𝗶, and he's currently in the hospital because his wife's in labour.
Wow!
So
amazing.
Enjoy seeing that. Shout out.
Happy days. Great. And now, speaking of partnerships, what would you say has been the sort of outstanding partnerships in this journey?
In terms of my education and developing the business, I did the ICURe program. I know there's someone from ICURe here today who's speaking hello down the back. So I did ICURe Discover, Explore and Exploit. And that gives you a taste of what it is in the Discover program. It lets you do your market research, which is really, really useful in the Explore, and then it develops your business skills in the Exploit program. So I was very fortunate to be able to do that, and I think that took around 9 months.
Wow, that's great. I hope one day I'll be able to do that program as well.
I recommend it. Yeah.
So what else would you say the ICURe program did for you? What did you learn? What was some of the key takeaways?
Probably communication, taking from being an academic communicator where you're talking in terms of I've increased the efficiency of this device by X number, to being plied with questions of, okay, well, how can that save my company money? Or how many of these can you make? Or is your supply chain secure? It's a completely different way you have to talk to people, and they care about very, very different things than I was conventionally used to. So that was really, really helpful.
Wow. That's a nice one. That's a really nice takeaway. Wow. So just as another one question, how do you feel Scotland helped you, being, embedded in this community, this sort of ecosystem, if you like? Did that help in any particular way?
Yeah, it's good that there's all of the universities so close together. It's quite easy to reach out, people in Strathclyde, 𝗗𝗵𝗗, Edinburgh, etc., and collaborate. It's also helpful that Glasgow City region does their own funding. The government's very proactive in supporting tech and company development in the central region. Scottish Enterprise, who we were talking earlier, they have that high growth spin out program, which we didn't take, but it's a great opportunity to go down there to actually spin out a company, and they're offering that support. And I think they're doing now. There's a Glasgow centric ICURe program that's starting this year, funded by a lot of the universities. So there is a lot of push and support for spinning out companies.
That's nice. Wow, spinning out companies is really, it's a nice thing if you get the privilege to do that,
yeah.
Isn't it? And for you, what was wow, this could be a business moment, at what point did you realize, wow, this could be something, it could make some?
I think it was the moment when we first got the prototype working at the really, really low temperatures that we wanted it to work in. That was the moment where it all kind of clicked, and we started to make moves towards commercializing it.
Was that during the IAA project?
Yes, it was right at the end of the IAA.
Wow, that's amazing. Great. And for your university partners, or your partners in general, what would you say is in it for them? What do they get to gain from Kelvin Quantum and the development of the company? They've
got experience of, I say that I'm the CEO and I'm the business head of it, but they've all had now massive insight into how this is actually done and the connections through it. Through various bits and funding, we have funding for training, strictly commercial facing, because we know the science, we just don't know that, don't know the commercial side of it. So they get to travel around to industry events and just talk and learn that field as well. So it's if you don't keep educating yourself, then you end up on a plateau. So we've gone from science into business. So it's that growth.
I see. Great. So I see we have only a couple of minutes left. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask some rapid fire questions. Are you ready? We like to do games. We like to play games on the Science Show with Dr. Dada. So it's simple questions and simple answers, short answers. Are you ready?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, so first question. Are you to complete the sentence? Impact means?
Outreach.
Yes.
Bringing the tech we make in the lab to the world.
Hey, perfect. Amazing. Do you have more? Okay, that's fine. That's great. That's great. That's great. What about this? What was the biggest surprise when you were moving from lab to company? What was the biggest shock?
Probably a biggest shock was probably the communication. It was probably how tired you get talking to loads of people at conferences and having to keep things in mind and try not to say anything that's going to let people know your secrets, but also not embarrass you. Probably that.
I see. Wow, fantastic. Anyway, that's our time. And once again, I'd like to thank our listeners for joining in on the Science Show with Dr. Dada. It will be broadcast very soon. And again, thank you very much, our guest, for being with us. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.